Hey College Football 26. Before we hop into the Tulane game, figured I'd show you some team stats and just stats around the country. So 8 games played, we're dropping 50 burgers. A lot. The next closest team is TCU. It's us and TCU. Then Bama, Ole Miss, SMU, Georgia, Clemson, Miami. So we're up there with one of the top dogs. Offensive yardage, shout out Toledo, and SMU, Indiana, and us. Yards per game, it's us, Louisiana Tech's up there, but it ain't close. Yards per play, we're up there. Passing, we're not one of the top teams, but either way, yards per game pretty high. Passing touchdowns, we're close. Rushing, near the below. Obviously, Army's up there, Air Force. I would say top 10 in rushing yards, rushing touchdowns. We're up there with the Horned Frogs, Fighting Irish, and Tulane, who we're facing ironically. First downs, we lead the country. First downs per game, we lead as well. Look at defense. Only Miami is better points per game, 17.1. We do allow the 4th least amount of yards total. We're only behind Miami. Yards per game, only behind Miami. We're not, I'll tell you what, we're in top 10 in passing yards, defensive passing yards. We allow a decent amount. Running, us and Miami again. Sacks, we're not even close. And sacks per game, not close. Fumbles, we're not a good turnover team. I don't even think we're double digit. We have 6 fumbles, 4 interceptions, so and 18 sacks. Conversions, we're 2 for 2 on, or we're 100% on 2-point conversions. 75%, not the top in the nation, but still. Third down, we're tied with TCU for 61%. Red zone efficiency, we are 81% offensive touchdown rate. Defensive touchdown rate, we are 61. So 61% of the time when they get in the red zone, they're going to score on us. Penalties, least amount of penalties in the nation. So that's awesome. Turnovers, given, we are not up there. So in terms of turnovers, we have turnover difference of 4. We've had 6 giveaways, 6 interceptions, but we've taken 10, 4 defensive, and 6 fumble recoveries. So all in all, we're not doing terrible. And looking at some head coaches on the hot seat potentially, because I believe our coordinators will be leaving. I don't like that you have to kind of force your coordinators out. So I feel like, you know, if you're a G4 school and your coordinators are going to even Power 4 schools, like if your coordinators are top and elite, like winning coordinators of the year, they should be getting like either higher coordinating jobs or head coaching. But Tony Elliott, Brian Newell, so Vanderbilt, Iowa, Purdue, Virginia Tech, which in real life he got fired, Houston, Wyoming, Brent Venables, so Oklahoma might get it. Fran Brown might be in trouble. Mark Cunningham, Mike Norvell, Phil Longo, PJ Fleck, Brett Bielema. I think Tim Beck just got there. Brent Key, Luke Fickle, which in real life, which is kind of surprising. Marcus Freeman is a little bit on the hot seat as well. Lance Leipold, big fan of his a few years ago. Kirkpatrick, which is Deion Sanders. Steve Sarkisian, he's a little bit safe. Franklin, shout out Joe Moorhead. But really, I mean, these guys probably aren't, but like, it's kind of interesting that Venables might be gone. That might be the big one. The biggest job. Probably, I would say Virginia Tech, Purdue, Iowa, Vanderbilt are next up as well. So, and shout out Tony Elliott for beating FSU at the time of this recording. All right. So here's Tulane's roster: 76 overall, 74 offense, 79 defense. So Stewart Jr. and Edwin are there. They got a young quarterback, but other than that, nothing crazy. Running back, they got one good guy. Fullbacks are terrible. Wide receivers are okay. Tight ends terrible. Okay tackle. Okay, terrible center. So I'm expecting Johnson to absolutely grub. Okay guard. Pretty good tackle. Now this is where the defense goes. So they don't have their top edge rusher. So Teddy Leon is going to do it. Pretty good edge rusher. Okay defense tackle. Solid linebackers. Pretty good linebacker. True freshman linebacker, by the way. Will. Very good corners. Okay safety. Really good safety. So I'm not going to waste any more time here. We are on defense first, wearing our blackout war. We call him the Black Pearl jerseys, as Nelson Bullock there on the 1 yard loss. The redshirt junior, no, sophomore, as it's going to be 2nd and 11. Arthur King, the behemoth of a man, getting there on the stop, and it's already a 3rd and long already for the Green Wave. As it's a pass, and it's going to get caught for, they're not going to give him the first. Force it 3 and out. How will Tanner Applewhite and this offense go? We're going to hand it off to Porter. Porter is only going to get 1. Auburn takes care of business. As it's going to be 2nd and 9. Applewhite play action. Going to get hit in the backfield as well. As now the Dune Riders have a 3rd and long here. Applewhite scanning the field. Applewhite's going to take off. Well, he's not going to get the first. No, boy. Taji Porter is down. As now Tulane is going to start off at the 7. Shout out Mr. Blue there. As 2nd and 10 from the 7. Bringing a blitz. Johnson's there. And what a play. Just going up, getting it. Kind of took a gamble with not an all-out blitz, but sending the house to make it man-to-man, and Trayvon and Nelson Bullock there for the loss of 1. Trayvon is having a phenomenal senior year, coming off of his Achilles tear. His Bullock's going to be there, so is Black, but it's going to be a 3rd and 1 for Mr. Gordon. Man on man. QB sneak, they're going to get it. Respect. As it's going to be 1st and 10, almost at the halfway point here in the first quarter at Break Line Stadium. Johnson's can't get there, but Grant will be there for the sack. The senior transfer from Utah there, making it 3rd and 16. Ooh, we bid on that play fake, and a man's wide open to the 10-5. Touchdown, Green Wave. All right, let's see how the boys respond. Applewhite to Porter. Porter, he's going to pick up a yard or 2. I think we're going to sub him out. Yeah, he's down bad. 2nd and 4. All right, there we go. Hargrave, he's going to get the first and then some, plowing to the 41. Gain of 14. I don't know what's wrong with Porter's arm, but I'm going to keep him out as long as we can. as Hargrave is going to get another carry. Gets about 4. Not terrible. Hargrave, the former Penn State 4-star recruit. He's going to get his 3rd carry of the drive. He's going to get the 1st and then some. I didn't realize we're on favorite. That's why we're doing that. But we're doing smash mouth football. Applewhite calls an audible. Tries to get something, but it won't work. 2nd and 10 now. Applewhite calls an audible. The throw to Jerry. No. Great coverage by the corner, by the way. As it's going to be 3rd and long. Jerry Gonzalez, who else? The greatest wide receiver in school history. There on the catch. Extending the drive. Hargrave, he's going to get another carry. Gets about 2, and now our starting center is down. As Brown is in. The 3rd string redshirt freshman, he's going to get nothing. I think we're going to keep him in for now. We are in field goal range. Frederick Harper, our fullback. And look at Larry Finoco going up and getting it. Gain of 19 for the 2-time Mackey Award winner. That's why we love the big fella. Going up, getting it like a rebound. Harper. He doesn't do terrible there. I don't like that. Yeah, I might as well just run it. As it's going to be 2nd and goal. 1st quarter slowly winding down. Brown's going to punch it in, and we got ourselves a tie ball game. Morgan Brown, the redshirt freshman running back there. Kind of a very good commit. Johnson was there. And it just goes out of his hands. We got very, very lucky there. Johnson was right there in coverage or with the pressure. As it's going to be 2nd and 10. Ooh. What a play. 3rd and inches. Watch out for the QB sneak. Yep, they do it again. Pulling a Philly. As the 1st quarter is slowly winding down. Great top 25 matchup. Kind of living up to the hype so far. Blue and Trayvon there. As this will probably be the last play of the 1st quarter. Johnson tries to get there, but Grant's going to get him for the sack. Start of the 2nd quarter here. Beautiful sunset at Bear Shore Stadium in Kill Devils Hill, North Carolina. Johnson's there. Bullock's going to break it up. We're going to start the 2nd quarter with a 3 and out. We are the 13th seed. It's either us or TCU. Projected in the 1st round matchup in the college football playoff. Winner takes on Miami. So, how will the Dune Riders respond on offense? Had a very good methodical drive as Applewhite's going to throw. Applewhite's going to throw to Ojabar, who's going to get a good chunk of yards there to the 43. As talk about a great growth he's had. He was a freshman. Didn't think we would actually play him a lot. But then he had speed. Hargrave is going to get 3. Soccer player turned wide receiver, and he's carved out a solid career for himself. 2nd and 7 now. The halfback screen is going to make it 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Applewhite. Throws it to Jerry. Can't hang on. So I thought we were gonna kick a field goal. Turns out we converted the first downs. Shout out to the CPU, man, being aggressive. As oh, what a play. Finoka was intended, but Quan Robbins was there. 2nd and 10 for Applewhite and the boys. Applewhite to Mulligan. Mulligan to the 10. 5 spin move. I didn't want to spin move out of bounds, but we'll take it. As the handoff to Hargrave. Hargrave's going to give the Dune Riders the lead. Let's go. Great drive by the offense. Defense held their own. Oh, I don't. All right, that was a weird animation, but we'll take it. As it's going to be 2nd and 10, handoff. Don't throw it to Keegan Winston, the true sophomore with a 2nd career pick. And that's what we've been lacking on this defense, turnovers. Now, can we capitalize on the turnover? Hargrave. He's going to get 8 there. As we're one of the yards wise, we're one of the best defenses. But the thing is we don't give or takeaways. We don't get a lot of takeaways. As Hargrave again doing his thing. So now we have a takeaway. How are we going to take advantage? And Hargrave, oh, okay. I don't wish for injuries, but I'm glad that it's them and not us. Applewhite to Hargrave. Hargrave's gonna get the screen, the first down to the 28. As this offense is slowly, methodically driving. Play action. To Johnny Mulligan. The great play action down to the 9-yard line. I expect big things from Mulligan next year, as he's probably going to be wide receiver 1, potentially. As Applewhite to Mulligan. Another catch, and he scores. A little bit later in the drive, we're going to start off on a 1st and 10 for Tulane, as Nelson Bullock disrupts that one. As it's going to be 2nd and 10. All day to throw. King was there. Wobbly throw. It's going to be a 3rd and 10. Arthur King showing some promise as a true sophomore, 6'8", behemoth of a man. Johnson trying to scramble. Grant is there. Or no, Quincy Briles, the true freshman. All right, how are we going to handle this one? 2:16 left here in the first half. Applewhite. Dangerous throw, almost converted. That would have been amazing if we converted it, but we don't. As probably be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Ojabar hangs on. Now, we do have some urgency, but we do get the ball at half to start off the second half. But Hargrave, he's going to say otherwise. Down to the 44. He's having himself a great game. As much as I want to keep Taji Porter's Heisman hopes up, I know we need him for the long haul. So that means Hargrave and Morgan get a lot of the carries, so be it. As Applewhite to Ojabar, down the sideline, down to the 5. As Applewhite doing his thing, 1st and goal. To Jerry, piling on. All right, so we basically hit the 2-minute drive. Scored there, didn't want to show, but figured show a little bit more, a couple of drives in the second half. It's a blowout. As Applewhite gets a little bit, not hurt, but, gets a little bit of a hit there. I wouldn't be surprised if Applewhite, this is one of his last drives, is Jerry can't hang on. All right, 1st and 10. They went down, they scored, and you know what? Good for them. But Ojabar at soccer speed, he's already got 100 yards on the day. And he's putting up a pretty good year. 500 yards. Brown, not too shabby. Bruised shoulder, woof. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. That's no bueno. Applewhite. Shout out Larry holding on as well. What a guy. 282, 3 touchdowns. Or I believe 2, 1 on the ground for Applewhite. You didn't see the rushing touchdown. Oh, all right. We didn't really show a lot in the second half because that's why. So Tanner Applewhite, he didn't get hurt. It's just he took a sack, and I'm like, you know what, we're up by a lot. But 2 touchdowns. Vernon was okay, not the best. Hargrave, 13 carries. Porter near the end got some carries, but I just left him alone. 6, 125. Jerry had 5, 16, 2. Finoco did good. Mulligan, probably one of his better games. Blocking, 3 sacks, not terrible. And then shout out Travion with a pick. And then a sack from Grant and Quincy Breeze. I guess we'll start our second game of the doubleheader. East Carolina, Battle of the Carolinas at night. Opening possession. They get a first down. Oh, Travion, man. I don't know if he's going to go to the league. I think he should, but he probably won't. But either way, dude's a dog. Making it 2nd and 10. He's transitioned very well from safety to kind of our do-it-all guy. It's 3rd and 7. Hey, we'll force 3 and out. All right, let's see what we got. Taji Porter really wasn't in the first game. He was banged up a little bit. Let's see what some rest can do. And gain of 12 ain't a terrible start. As we got Applewhite, man in motion, Mulligan to Porter. Porter's going to cut. Porter's going to get another first. He has 876 yards, 13 total touchdowns. As Porter is going to get 4. As Applewhite looks like he called an audible at the line. Rowing bunch of pirates in the vicinity. As it is going to be 3rd and 4. So Finoco stays in bounds, gets a couple extra yards, but he is going to get the first. As Porter's going to get a handoff. Porter, what a beautiful block by Ojabar down to the 17-yard line. He's already has 50 yards, and it's the opening drive. Hargrave, he's going to get it. Only gets 3. As it's going to be 2nd and 7. Jerry almost gets in the first throw or 2 for Applewhite. 1st and goal. Porter walks in, touchdown. 2nd and 10 as we start this drive for the Pirates on offense. As a tight end in motion. Couple of guys there. Line of scrimmage. Shout out Grant, man. He's a dog. As it's going to be 3rd and 10. All day to throw. Arthur King was right there. Force another 3 and out. Starting at our own 5-yard line. See what we can do. Oh, Porter. Oh, Jerry, if you held that block for a little bit longer, I saw it. Saw the lane. It's Porter. Oh, what a block. Come on, Johnny. Johnny got a block. All right, 74 yards already in the first quarter for Porter. And I love that Harper, our fullback, does the Ashton Genty. Porter is going to go out, cuts. He's going to get a first down. 8 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown. Hargrave is in, as he should. To Jerry. Going to get almost the first. Couldn't quite stay in bounds, but you know what? We'll take it. As Applewhite looks like he called an audible. It's going to be a carry to Porter. Porter is going to get the first. Gain of 2. As Porter again, he's going to get the first. He's going to get, more. As he's already got 95 yards. You can tell we kind of missed him a lot in last week's game as Porter. He's going to cut. Oh, look at that. Gets more. Gain of 28 for the redshirt junior. 1st and 10. Throws it to Finoco, the big fella. Back in the end zone. Touchdown, Dune Riders. We start off the second quarter on offense. Porter, he's going to get 6. 6 to 7, 80 yards and a touchdown for Applewhite. He's in the zone. Porter's in the zone. We're all in the zone. Gets 3 there. As 3rd and 1. Applewhite calls an audible. All Briggs can't quite get there. As it's going to be 4th and 1. They're going to go for it again. Bro. All right, so they get the field goal on the turnover on downs. How will the Dune Riders offense respond? Tanner Applewhite says, you know what? I got some speed. And he gets the first. Gain of 11 for the redshirt junior quarterback, former Florida State transfer, as Jerry Gonzalez goes down. I don't want to say that, but 2 incompletions, 1 passing touchdown. Porter's going to get a handoff. Porter's going to break off a tackle. Look at that, down the sideline. Already has over 100 yards rushing. It ain't even the 2-minute warning yet. Porter, way to go, man. Gain of 5. He's really making up for the time lost last week. Seems like he's healthy now. Hargrave, he's going to get the carry. He's going to go into the end zone to extend our lead. 3rd and 14 coming up here. They are in field goal range, as they're probably going to just kick a field goal. Yeah. Go ahead. Waste as much time. Because we're going to get the ball at start of the second half. Kick it through. Hey, we'll take it. All right, we're going to start the second half. We did kick a field goal. Shout out Manny Littlejohn for the 50-plus yard field goal. And oh, baby. Oh, come on. That was it, baby. I saw the opening. Porter, man, he is. Now I get Eastern Carolina's not the best overall. They're a 4-5 team, and you're kind of seeing why. But man, he is just. Taji Porter is just having himself a game. As I just realized it's 3rd and 3. So we should probably pass. We're going to pass to Larry Finoco, who gets the first and then some. Nothing crazy for Applewhite. I'm not saying he's a game manager, but he really doesn't have to throw when we have a good lead and we're running the ball like we are. So, but he's made some throws. Hargraves gonna make it a friendly third and 4 as Applewhite to Finoco. Okay, they gave him the lucky. They gave him it. All right. So down in the 36, Hargrave. Oh, look at that opening. Runs a man over. All right. 2nd and 11. Porter's back in. I don't see him getting too many more carries. That's really not going to go anywhere. Because we're up by a lot. And, I don't want to work him too hard. 3rd and 12. Oh, what a. Oh, damn. All right. So we kicked another field goal. Shout out to Harper, our fullback. He's getting to carry. Oh, look at that. Come on, Bernard. I think that's his longest run of his career, 24 yards. Order. Oh, baby, let's go. Let's go. You know what? We're not going to play you that long, but as Porter, he's about 180 or so, or 205. So I do want him to break the record. As I got to look it up real quick, the record of most rushing yards in a game. It's 245 set by Marcus Carter in the 90s, in the 1992 season. Porter's gonna get a little bit more. He's got 216. 20 carries is also a lot of carries. But Harper, the fullback, oh my God, that man got lit up. Porter's back in, just needed a rest. Ooh, that's not going to help our case. But you know what? We're winning. That's all that matters. Applewhite. To Jerry. He's not going to get the touchdown, but he is going to get the first. We could add on to this very historic day with a rushing touchdown. Porter. Yes, sir. The only reason why I'm showing more of this because I want to see if I can break the record. No. And I feel bad because he might have an NFL career, but we're wearing and tearing this man down. But hey, man, he's here to win football games for us. So as it's going to be 3rd and 7. Applewhite slides. Let's go. I think he's got one. No more than 5 more carries for Porter. Porter, just go down. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's at 231. Porter. Stay healthy for the love of God. 2nd and 4. Porter gets in the end zone. All right, we got the dub. As we didn't do anything crazy turnover-wise. Weston Bryan played. We subbed. 13-7, 139, touchdown. It was mostly the running game because 27 carries, 254. Dominated. 4 touchdowns, 10, 39, and 1. Applewhite with the sacks didn't do great. Harper had some good carries, and then other than that, nothing crazy. Receiving 4 and 47, 4 and 55 for Milko with the 1 catch. Then a couple of PT guys. 2 sacks from Glenn Speed, but he's a freshman, or it's not the end of the world. 6 tackles, only 1 sack, and a couple TFLs as well. But either way, we got the dub. Man, I can't believe we're already here. But next episode will be the regular season finale. This is senior day for us versus Tulsa. Then we're at Maryland. And then we see if we're in the conference championship. As it currently stands, we're, I don't want to say a lock, but we're basically a lock. As basically, we beat Tulane. But if we win, we basically lock ourselves to, no, never mind, not host, because it's settling financial. But to be the top seed going there, it's either going to be Memphis or Tulane. So that's exciting. We are ranked 7th in the nation. Next episode, we'll go over Heisman Watch. We'll go over more watch list, maybe the bowl projections, and then we get into the end of the regular season here in year 4. Hope you've enjoyed this episode and this series as much as I have. And until next time, you guys have a good one. Peace.